Sometimes it's good to be early, but our show starts at a specific time. You should remember that. Let's get started then, shall we?
Dillon, I don't give a what you think about a co-host and freshen up my show.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just got to toss another person to make a statement.
My show's about the people's podcast. Everyone has a voice. I don't need a co-host. Go listen to one of the other 5,000 shows with a co-host because they don't have a mouth like the big guy.
Opie, are you a career killer with Tim Sabian, yourself, and many others?
Be myself. Never had real issues with those people. They just understood that I was a different bird. The rest of them, though, I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm paying your salary because the ratings are so good, so shut up.
Hey,
Live from
Somewhere.
it's
Dillon.
Good whatever to you whenever you are watching this episode of Co-Host Auditions. I am Dillon, your co-host. This is my self-taped audition to be the co-host for Kai of Kai and Friends. This has been a request from Dabblestorian for quite some time, and I found an episode in which he did solo to show him my chops of what I can add to his show as the second mic. So, Kai, what do you have for us today?
It is a beautiful day.
It is. It certainly is.
And I guess we'll start with the weather bunny. Yes, our fan.
No. You do not start with the weather in 2023, Mr. Kai. This is a streaming show. This is not a radio show. I have no idea what the fuck you're doing, starting with the weather that is not applicable to a lot of your listeners. And when I say a lot of your listeners, there are 87 people, so he is getting numbers similar to me, a little better than on average than I am. But this channel, Catalano TV, has 5.63 thousand subscribers and 87 views, 11 likes. Really suspicious. That is suspicious type of views versus subscribers there. And this is the first time I am working with a host who does not show his face. And as some of you have noticed, the thumbnail looks like KY jelly because I didn't know what to put there. I was thinking maybe a photo missing, but I got some Kai jelly for our host of the day, Kai, and fucking weather. We do not want to hear the weather that is not applicable to nearly all of the 87 people. I think I count as one of those views. I previewed this for a little bit. 86 other people who check this out. And I was told to check out his theme song, but I don't know if it can get any better than circus music. So we'll get to that maybe in the middle, maybe at the end. Check out what that theme is all about.
Day in grossly embellished history.
All right.
Take it away.
It's history. We had an all right episode of history with Wendigoon. I had very little to add to it, but I did tell some dick jokes while Wendigoon gave us a nice history lesson.
Ka.
Okay, I think this is more from that wonderful band that did his intro. And it actually might not be bad. It might just be his recording equipment that is bad. I am not exactly sure. But he has some fire transitions. Oh, thank you very much for putting that comment in the way of that subtitle below there. But this looks like a wonderful place to have something. But we have a weather update from one of the listeners getting in the fucking way of that. keep saying
Here we
listeners.
go.
Oh, there you go.
So-
You just realized that was a really bad place to have a comment. Actually, I did that on my Ian Hawke episode. I covered up the plug with a comment, but then really quickly, whoops, take it down. Take it down. We got the plug that needs to go there instead of the comment.
Starting today's episode of This Day in Grossly Embellished History.
In 1955, Whoopi Goldberg, American actress, was born. Just imagine if Whoopi Goldberg never
Get rid of the music. You're doing this voice here that isn't very audible, and you have this music bed underneath it, which not helping out. I can't hear what was going on in history in this day.
came along. We wouldn't have had such hideous characters as she played on Star Trek and The View. Would the world be a better place, or would it be worse without Whoopi? Well, she did change the definition of a word. Until she came along, the word ugly mostly just meant Rosie O'Donnell. Yeah.
I was not quite ready for such a zinger. The word ugly mostly meant Rosie O'Donnell before then.
And in 1980, Martin Scorsese's Raging Bull opened about boxer Jake LaMotta.
Raging Bull now in 2023 is about fucking some guy's wife. But back in 1980 and before, it was a boxing movie about Jake LaMotta.
Jake LaMotta. His world
Yes,
premiere
I just told the
became
audience.
an American classic, especially known for Oscar-winning performance by Robert De Niro, whoever that is. He said,
A little fun film fact, that was shot in black and white so they wouldn't get an X rating with all the fucking blood in there. It wasn't like Young Frankenstein's black and white to match the style of the time. It was, how the fuck do we get this into theaters? Black and white. That'll help us out.
who's an animal? Your mother's an animal. You son of a bitch. I never went down, Ray. You never got me down, Ray. Yeah. And in 1940, the animated film Fantasia.
And he is quoting that fight that Jake LaMotta was supposed to throw, but he had too much pride. Very much like Bruce Willis in Pulp Fiction. That pride was fucking with him. And he
had
didn't
its
go
first
down.
Public screening. It became one of Disney's most controversial works, derided for its pretentiousness and praised for its visual virtuosity.
Get rid of this fucking music bed. Jesus Christ. Are you guys picking up what he's saying? I am really having to listen hard. That is why you have 87 views along with your 5,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that was long before the FBI had a field office at both Disney World and Disneyland. Yeah, what's that about? And in 1918, Egyptian patriot Saud Zaghlou formed Al-Wafu.
Okay, I'm getting out of here. That segment of jokes about history could have worked if we could hear what the fuck you were saying. If you didn't make us focus so hard on what the hell is that with that music bed from that banger of a band.
Yeah. I guess that was. That's some creepy stuff there.
You are making Patrick Michaels horror shows sound like they have content, sir. Creepy stuff there. You can't say anything about the hookers? And people thought that hookers had it dangerous here nowadays. And 1887 London, that was even more dangerous for them hoes.
Maybe a little too much English morning tea. And Sadist Vodka is here to encourage the channel on its fine pieces. Incredibly. I think he says that with a French
He does these voices. It sounds like the real accent.
accent, but I'm not sure. Or maybe a Russian accent. Incredibly.
Nope.
Or incredible.
My problem is that all my accents kind of just morph into each other. I can do German or Australian for like a line or two before it just degenerates into just kind of a soup of accent shit.
Incredibile.
I should still be able to do my English accent, though. I did 2 different theater productions where I had to put on an English accent. So I think I still have that in my wheelhouse. I believe that's something I could fall back on is my British accent. And oh yeah, them blokes over at OSW Review, them Irish fuckers. can't say the C word because YouTube doesn't like it. They really like that C word over there in England and Ireland. But fuck you, YouTube, for really flagging videos and not putting them out there with that fun word.
Something like that. But welcome to the show this morning, Ross Dogs. I think Mr. Big Shot is going to be here. He's running a little tardy. I think he said, I don't feel tardy, but that's okay. You know, he's got some stuff going on. He's got some interesting things happening.
He was feeling tardy twice, so retardy is what Mr. Big Shot feels.
And say this vodka says no American. Okay, that's cool. Yep. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, say this vodka.
That's right. You can't get super chats. He can't even turn this into a Kevin Brennan type of show where he comes in unprepared and just reads super chats. He's just got to go through the different chats. And I do thank Dela for going through my chats and bringing things up. And sometimes I will come over and say, hey, what's going on over there? But we do have Dela over there on the chats. Thank you all for joining. Kai refuses to say or do anything remotely off color or funny. Well, here I am to say something that's kind of a blend of colors.
Vodka, are you offended by accents? Oh, please stop. Well, I don't reckon we can.
Just gonna go through his Rolodex of semi-okay accents to try to get something rolling. I know what you're doing there. You have nothing planned. Well, I guess I really have nothing planned for my show either. I've got my clips here that I can add, and I just come in and show that I am going to react, which is why I don't watch these beforehand, to prove that I will be a good co-host. Isn't that right, John Lovitz?
Yeah, that's a ticket. Yeah.
That sounds like you're making fun of me, John Lovitz.
Accommodate your desire here. Sometimes that actually results in the opposite effect. You know what I am saying, said this vodka. You do not tell me how to run my...
Okay, I thought he was kind of going Borat there. Borat is adjacent to Russia.
Show with the accents, you know? You understand what I am saying. Maybe...
I understand what you're saying without that awful music bed underneath you. Knock it off. Do you have another segment with that music bed underneath you? Actually... yeah, since you have nothing to say, that making what you say absolutely indiscernible with a music bed, that kind of works for you, Kai.
You want to show your accent sometime? Yes, thank you very much. Hey, well, Salty. God.
Hey, well, Salty's over there. He's a beloved chatter over here, too.
Hey. And Rex, good morning.
Actually, well, Salty might be a she. I'm not exactly sure. Like Deitois and De La. I don't know why De La chose a lady's name, but he's a good fellow.
Brother, I hope you're doing good, and I hope you're on a fine job site that's not offering you too much stress, but yet has sufficient challenges to keep you occupied and interested. Because we all know when you get those boring jobs, they're not as much fun. But you have the...
And being a radio host isn't supposed to be a boring job, but you are turning it into a tedious, boring job.
benefit of going somewhere different all the time. So there's that, which is cool.
So I got that going for me.
Ross Dogs. Now do a Southern accent. What kind of Southern accent you want? There's several different types and several different...
Okay, so he's going to do his Southern accent. I'll do my North Carolinian accent. And I did do a performance as a very effeminate male with my North Carolinian accent. So I actually cannot do my North Carolinian accent without being an effeminate male.
Places, several different folk. You know, depends on what part. You know, we could be in Texas. We could be in Alabama. And by the way...
That was a nice difference there. Yes, Deitois, I did ring, saying that you've got a lady's name, and De La has a lady's name, but he's an all right guy. No one is sure what sex we are, De La. Welsh salty. Yeah, yes, I am unsure. You've got a name that could go either way.
I love all those.
And I don't have O.J. Simpson's email, Dabblestorian. I would enjoy to get him on the show. He would help boost ratings. Kai is a male radio hole, fucking Frank. And usually the radio hole is not the host. Usually the radio hole is the second or third mic. So trying something very new and unique here, having the hole being the first mic, which I guess you could say that Opie was the hole and the first mic, but he covered it up very well for a long time to where we didn't realize it.
Those folks. And I love those accents too. And there's no disrespect meant by them whatsoever. And same thing with the French accents.
There's a little bit of corn diff in Kai. Corn diff has a nice voice. You sound like an off-brand dollar store corn diff, Kai.
English accents. We love the French people. We love the English people. All the citizens of the United Kingdom. We love the folks. We just might not be too pleased with better by birth royalties, if you know what I'm saying.
No, I don't know what you're saying.
We prefer democracies that are constitutional, let's say. But that's not to take anything away from the fine, wonderful people. In fact, let's not forget this country was founded by great English men, many of which were, they were part of that kingdom, or at least their heritage was. And
thanks for the history lesson. I do prefer Wendigoon's history lesson where we actually learned something and you just didn't ramble on. Yeah, the founding fathers weren't born in America. Nope, no one was born in America for a while. Let's jump a little bit.
It might not survive, but well, hell, Australia was blazed by some tough-ass folks, man. Everybody knows.
Australian was blazed by some tough-ass folks, but the emus got the best of them. Emus versus Australians. Not turning out well for the Australians. Should have just let those emus be.
That I think everybody knows. And
is there any other war in history that is humans versus animals? The Emu Australian War, you can look up in war books. That's what it's known as. Like, we don't have the Squirrel Wisconsin War, do we?
That is one continent. Technically continent that I have not.
It is both a continent and a country.
Yet been to, and I would love to go to Australia. Prison colony. That's something. Yeah, Rostock, Australia, aka Greater New Zealand.
I actually learned that from The Simpsons. The Simpsons taught me a lot of things. Actually, if you put anything in cartoon form, I will retain it much better. As knowing that propane is the chemical element C3H8. I have no idea what the chemical element of anything else is, but Hank Hill taught me that our sweet lady propane is both a gas and a liquid, and she is C3H8.
What are you talking about? Now you're going to offend those people from New Zealand, New Zealanders.
Good eye, mate.
Just wondrous.
And as I said, I will not keep that accent because it will degenerate into fucking garbage really quick.
So
look at Kai grasping at straws. Someone, please help me in the audience. Say something. I am doing a show with no direction.
Yeah, tell Kai what you think of him.
Was Lou the talented one? I know Lou looks just like the Funkasaurus from wrestling, but was Lou holding this thing together, or was it double hole action happening? I didn't listen to any of their episodes. I really am not a fan of this Catalano TV. I don't like dishonesty. So having these this nearly 6,000 subscribers with 87 viewers, you are showing me you are a dishonest person.
Oh, Lord. Rostock says, Dibajabit. No, that's Deja Booty. Excuse me. And I'm sure there's plenty of booty there, too, if you know what I'm saying.
You're talking about big asses. Fuck yeah, Kai.
I like big butts. I think that was the song Mr. Big Shot was having some fun with in one of his many gifted voices that he.
Nice deep cut there. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Have not heard that referenced over and over again.
Uses. Now, those aren't accents, though. Those are just pure talent, different voices Mr. Big Shot uses.
Mr. Big Shot uses voices? He uses any voice? I've just heard him. Yeah. I was unaware that he even used his own voice, let alone multiple voices.
Oh, Ross Dogs, Deja Vu. He says that place is a real s-hole. Yeah, don't knock it till you try it. Well, there's some major shit going.
That place is a real shoal. It's a place full of shoes.
Goes down in that part of the world. So it's an important place to gather intelligence, if you know what I'm saying. Intelligence, if you know what I'm saying.
Nope.
A lot of stuff going on in that neighborhood, so to speak, that greater neighborhood. HD Tutor.
Are you
Joey is a
referring to
star. Absolutely.
an entire country
Yeah.
as a neighborhood?
Yep. No doubt about that. That's why I call him the Great Joey C. And by saying that, it doesn't make you an ass kisser. You just,
thank you, Annie. Everyone knows H2O. That is correct. H2O is water. C3H8 is propane. But what's really funny is if you ask me the chemical element of something, propane is going to come to my head before water, thanks to Hank Hill.
Fact, at least that's the way we see it here. I mean, we're not here because we don't believe in Joey C. I mean, give me a break, man.
Oh, we believe in Joey C here? I believe he's a criminal. I believe he is a meth head that is also on pills. Like the way Joey C carries on, Oxycontin and an upper. So possibly meth, possibly crack. That's what I believe is the formula to be a Joey C. I see oxys and an upper, because just oxys, you would be nodding on the mic, and he is no Artie Lang. He cannot be nodding and talented at the same time. Artie Lang is one of very few people who can do that.
And what's it Brent says?
Joey is a star that said he is a giant ball of gas. So that was an accurate chat to call Joey C a star, because that is one big old ball of gas.
South Africans here that escaped that hellhole. Well,
autocomplete on that last chat, that heel hole. The autocomplete is really pissing me off with turning hell and well into heel and wheel without my permission. It's an actual word, autocomplete. Fuck off.
That hellhole. Well, Elon Musk comes to mind.
Nice Reagan impression there.
South Africa.
Well,
I think his grandfather actually was an American citizen, and that probably helped it make it a little easier for him to get become an American citizen as well. So yeah, his grandfather was an American citizen. He was an adventurous guy, as I understand
it. Gyro sees some floor Newports, and you do want to pick those Newports up off the ground, lest it be littered just with so many Newports that you won't even be able to walk without kicking them.
And Elon grew up in South Africa. He moved to Canada, started college.
Gyro, I will pronounce your name correctly one of these days, sir.
There, and then I think he transferred to California to work on his studies there as well. I think his mother went to Canada as well as his brother.
We are still in the talk about where in the world is whoever the fuck. Let's jump. Maybe you have a little more insight on places around the world a few more minutes in.
I think there were any trains better than the ones I experienced there. I took trains to South Wales and London. And
did you get on a train with Jim Florentine? That is the most fun type of train, with Jim Florentine on the other side, also known as the Eiffel Tower.
I went around on the trains over there, and those are some of the nicest in all of Europe and the world, for that matter. I'm sure there's some nice ones in Japan. Honestly, in Switzerland had some really nice trains, but I really it stays with your memory when you experience the trains in the UK. I thought they were quite.
Pornhub has my favorite trains. Actually, no. What's that other one? UJIS? They got some good trains there.
Quite nice and impressive.
Uh-oh, dead air.
And
let's get some help with this dead air. Can you help us out, Lily Tomlin?
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Get the fucking thing together, fuck you.
She can only admonish us for not getting the fucking thing together. She cannot carry the thing for us.
Stock says Brett is still recovering from his Cassowary attack. Well, you'll have to educate me on this one.
And Ross Dog was one of the people saying, I cannot fucking stand 1.25 speed. So, Ross Dog, I have knocked that off to help you and other people who cannot stand the 1.25 speed for these videos. They are only kept around for especially slow talkers like Sam Roberts and Hannibal TV, which got very fucking garbage views. But I figured I'd try it one more time. I am disappointed that Jad T. Jones is getting awful views, because I want Jad T. Jones to be like my Jerry Banfield, to be someone who I go back to again and again. I find him very fascinating, but the Jad T. Jones co-host audition got garbage views. So when I do him for a third time, I suppose it'll be just for me.
Cassowary attack. I'm not familiar with this term, so I expose my ignorance. But
Obviously a
because
typo.
I choose to learn. Now I could have pretty upmost. Why is it dangerous? It's just so.
Oh, is a cassowary a bird? Was that obviously not a typo? Ross Dog knows more about these cassowaries than I do.
Aggressive, or must not have any venom. I've never been aware of any kind of venomous birds, so it just must be quite aggressive. Or is that the one with the vomit that's like acid? I guess that's all.
Vomit like LSD, rather. That would be really fun. Let's go ahead and get the shill segment out of the way, shall we? We're about at the halfway point, because I do like to get out of here after an hour, but I don't like to overstay my welcome, as other hosts do. So I will get the shill segment. This shill segment, telling people to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, helps them actually think of doing that. So please do those things. Thank you for chatting. When this is over, you can leave a comment, which helps the algorithm as well. I know Deitois is a fan and thinks I should have more viewers. So those are the things you can help me with the algorithm with, to get more people who might also enjoy this show to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, as well as all of you good folks who are joining me here today. And we have also got a Discord. Oh, this week is the what is this game on week with XCOM. I have been playing the ever-living shit out of XCOM because I love that game. And over on Annie's gaming channel WITGS, you can watch us Wednesday after TikTok around the clock over here. I will be heading over there to talk about XCOM with Annie, and I believe Skinny Chad Zumak is the guest this week on Annie's gaming show. What is this game? And Skinny Chad Zumak does have a victory over me. He beat me in the first round of the Dabble Off, having a much better Stuttering John impression than I did. And he had a better one. I just really kick myself for not preparing for that audition. Like, I prepared for so many auditions, like the Chewbacca audition. They wanted someone to come in and yawn like Chewbacca. Luke of the Bind and Night Creeps. Fozzie and Alf, this guy's as old as me. Yes, sir, I am quite an old fucker. But going back to that audition, that I spent so much time overnight doing a Chewbacca yawn for the Disjointed show over on Netflix. And if you're trying to sound like Chewbacca, you can't do both Chewbacca voices at once, because there's several animals in the Chewbacca growl. You've got the or you've got the gurgly. So I was like, what do I do? What do I do? So I did the yawn with the first one. So I was like, all right, that's a good one. And there was some guy in the audition who never heard of Chewbacca. What's a Wookiee? Just went in there and did a yawn. I was like, all right, looking around, I've got this part, until someone walked in looking like a Wookiee, and I knew that motherfucker was going to get the part. I feel like I've told that story a couple of times in the last month. Moratorium on that story for a little while. You have heard my auditioning and failing to be the Chewbacca yawn at least twice in the past couple of months, so I won't bring that back for a while. Noted.
It's always possible as a chemical weapon, if you know what I'm saying.
Farts is chemical weapons.
I'll have to look that one up. Cassowary attack. Apparently. And cassowary, another
Dead
dismissal from
air.
Australia. Ah,
Dead Air. I wonder if on the Maryland scene, Dead Air Dave is still around. On the open mic scene, I met Nick Mullen once. Stavi and I ran in the same circles. I never met Tom Myers, but over on Facebook, Tom Myers and I have like 50, 60 of the same friends because we both rolled in the open mic comedy scene in Maryland. And there was a guy called Dead Air Dave who just had so many shitty jokes that he made it part of his gimmick, which, of course, Tom Myers should do, but he won't fucking do it to be the world's most unfunny comedian.
oh, come on. Australia's a cool place. I'd love to go there. That's definitely on my bucket list. Whoa, is that for real?
It is the most dangerous
Most
bird.
dangerous bird. I just saw an article.
Hey,
where
I'm reading it, Kai. Shut up. This is
one
my read.
its owner? Well, was he owned by another bird? What the heck? Brett says, not dangerous. No, just kill the owner. That's all right.
Dangerous birds like the
Yeah,
terror
I'll have to
bird.
hear more about
The
this one.
terror bird is a bird that was bigger than the ostrich and would fuck you up, but it's extinct. I've got to look over these cassowaries. I was unfamiliar with this dinosaur of a bird, which of course they're all dinosaurs.
Why cassowaries are the most
The last
dangerous
of the
bird on
dinosaurs.
the planet Earth, or the Planet Inside Edition. 12.6 million subscribers. Like a big peacock. Well, I know peacocks are quite aggressive.
You like the peacocks, I like the peak hunts.
And Ross,
That's only one C word, YouTube. Don't flag this fucking video. We're having fun with
says,
words.
I would rather be attacked by a cassowary than have those slugs from Star Trek 2 dumped in my ear. Oh man. Yeah, those are some creepy things, man.
And then they brought back the slugs for Star Trek TNG in that weird season 1 episode. They had a different type of parasitic slug that came in. Can we get into some Star Trek talk now, Kai? I can really go down the Star Trek rabbit hole and go. Let's talk Star Trek.
Yep, for sure.
Let's talk Tribbles. Let's talk Quark. Nope,
HDT.
he's still on the cassowary talk. I want to talk about Star Trek, so I am going to do it. Voyager had a good concept, but in execution, it was fucking awful. They had so many things at the end of the day where you were like, that could have been a really good show. At some point, it did turn into the 7 of 9 show, which makes sense because Jerry Ryan is fucking hot. And the Doctor was a good character, but there were other good characters on Voyager that they just absolutely didn't fill out. Like B'Elanna, she was a good character. They had a good early episode of her human and Klingon personality in the first season, and then just didn't go anywhere with her. After that, she was just Tom Paris's girlfriend. All right, what are we talking about now, Kai?
Somehow, though, he was not the goat, if you know what I mean.
Nope, don't know what you mean. So
1851, Moby Dick makes its...
I am fascinated by this nearly incomprehensible talk underneath a music bed that's too loud. So let's stick with this a little bit.
Debut in the U.S. Contrary to popular belief, this was not a porno movie. Yeah.
Are you making that joke about Raging Bull like I did earlier?
And in 2002, chosen to succeed Richard Gephardt as leader of the Democratic Party, came along none other than one named Nancy Pelosi. This was long before she...
Skeletor Pelosi. Keep making fun of Kentucky for voting in McConnell again and again, and then voting in Pelosi again and again. It's just two sides of the coin, you fucking cunts. Vote third party.
She became seriously afflicted with the most extreme case ever of Trump derangement syndrome. Yes, that's the worst case ever documented. This was diagnosed before. In fact, she still suffers from this affliction as she still shakes uncontrollably, even with a hammer in her hand.
Hammer in her hand. That makes me think of good old, what was it? Carl from Sling Blade. Mm-hmm. What you doing with that hammer in your hand, Carl? Just kind of woke up with it. All right, enough of this incomprehensible stuff. We stuck around there for a few minutes. Let's not suffer through more of that. Let's suffer through Kai Solo.
Late, I'm not sure. But yeah, he's always missed, just like Joey and Mrs. C. When they're not on, they're always missed. But yeah, Mr. Big Shot might be here late. He might.
Mrs. Joey C is missed on skipthegames.com when she doesn't put her ad up, that's for sure.
Arrive, he might not.
Oh, fuck. I said that I wouldn't call her that type of lady publicly, and I just did. Sorry, Mrs. C. You definitely look like a small town lady of the night. I didn't mean to actually call you that, but there I did. I called you a hooker in a small town. Whoops. I was supposed to stop short of just saying you look like that and not you actually are that.
Oh, Rostock seems to know. Mr. Big Shot has business to attend to. That's very possible. Brett says this chat got weird. I wonder why. Maybe there's some weird questions coming from up there, which I don't understand. Saying that people are doxing their life. I don't understand.
So I don't know exactly what happened with Lou and Kai for Lou to leave, but I do think that Christian Bale has an answer for us.
You are trashing my scene.
I think that Lou said that Kai was trashing my scene and he left the morning show to go on to... Is he on to better things? Or is he on to just nothing at all? Nothing at all might be better than this.
Understand the question of who are you getting to have dox my life this time? I don't know. I don't know who he's talking to. If he's talking to Rostocks or what the heck's going on there. But there's no doxing on this channel. We don't engage in such behaviors.
I agree
So
with
sure.
Luke of the Bind and Night Creeps. Mrs. C would never make it as a big city hoe. She has that small town hooker look. Big city hookers, they look nice. They definitely are more worth those $200. I was saying that too, beloved chatter. You were saying Corn Diff's dad. I was saying dollar store Corn Diff. But Kai and Corn Diff shouldn't be in the same place at the same time because those voices together would be very confusing together. And we do have two people saying, yes, Lou is on to better things. So hopefully after he does better things, he can give us a review of that Pamela Adlon show.
Who he's talking about or she's talking about. Yeah, it is. The chat is getting a little weird.
Yes, bring up the weirdness. It can make something happen on your show.
Kahuna Nui
so
says,
far, nothing has.
Is a busy man. Yeah, cut him some slack, eh?
And the big Kahuna has a little doggy. Check out that little doggy. Usually we have birdies in the avatar, but there's a cute little doggy in the avatar from Kahunoi. Oh shit, dead air.
And,
jump
thing to see in your river, if you know what I'm saying. So that probably came in the hull of some big iron ore boat that was.
Don't come in the hole. That's how you get her pregnant.
Coming up the Grand River to. They don't go too far up it, but there's places to unload and to load up different materials.
Unload on the chest, unload on the face, unload in the hole, and the kids could happen, and you don't want that.
So that's kind of a weird thing. So you will see some of that stuff when you have these large ocean-going vessels, so to speak.
Ocean-going vessels. That's what I call my wiener, a medium-sized ocean-going vessel, because I want to be honest here. It's not small, it's not big. It is right there in the middle. Baby Bear would really enjoy that. Oh, shit. I just said that Baby Bear would get the dick, didn't I? What do you think of that, Michael McKeon?
What a sick joke!
I didn't mean for it to be a pedophilia joke. It just kind of came out that way.
What's that new B-Sox clip channel you started? I'm not sure what you're referring to there, HDM. Maybe you're talking about Joey's new clip channel. Could be. I'm not sure. But
Joey's got a clip channel. Does he buy viewers for that channel too? Well, not viewers. Joey isn't buying viewers. He's buying subscribers, but not viewers, as seen by this major deficit in subscribers versus views. And this is a new channel. He just started doing YouTube content this year. It's not like Darkside Phil, where he was an early YouTuber who got a bunch of subscribers and then people stopped watching because he does shitty content. These are new subscribers. New subscribers wouldn't drop off this quick if they were actual subscribers.
There's a lot of goodwill here, so nobody's doxing anybody. So I hope you can get that cleared up at what it is that you are imagining or seeing that's going on. And Big Kahuna Nui says, I think HD needs some therapy. Well, we wish HD well.
Standard definition needs some therapy too. Standard definition is feeling down because HD is where everyone is at today. Even me with the not the full plan on StreamYard. I have my 720p, 1080p costs extra money. Maybe I'll upgrade to that one day. But for now, 720p does the job. Okay, it does the job just fine. We are at an all right quality here.
Let's keep an open mind, though, which you might not know. So Brent says they swim upward.
Like, you can drop the needle anywhere on Stuttering John and see a hilarious face. You can drop the needle anywhere on Kai and come up with silence.
River to breed. Oh, that's interesting.
Salmon? You didn't know that about salmon?
Interesting. So
they go back to their home.
We
can learn all about salmon and their mating habits on Futurama.
In order to,
as I said, just put facts in a cartoon and I will retain them much better than if you actually try to teach me them.
Do that because it can't necessarily be healthy for them to be in sweet water like that for too long.
Sweetwater hot sauce, Sweetwater.
But maybe the condition that they're in during breeding allows them to have a little bit more tolerance for that. That's always possible.
Lily Tomlin, you stopped in earlier. Would you like to be on this show and help spice things up now that Lou has gone away and I'm really grasping at straws to make this guy interesting? Will you help, Lily Tomlin?
Leave me the fuck alone!
She will not help. It is up to me, I suppose. But the Joey C Network is not a fan of me. After doing a co-host audition with Joey C, he was very upset with me. And the softballs that I throw, my ball bustings are very light because I'm trying to appeal to you and be your co-host. But I'm goofing on you. I'm not trashing on you. And Joey C got very angry at me with his co-host audition.
Because he has nothing else, Dabble. I don't get that. And Scott says, right on, LOL. I'm from the cornfields of southern Illinois. Oh, okay.
Cornfields for Scott Fitzpatrick and corn diff for Kai here.
I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, well, it's not too far from Joey's.
Thank you for the insight on that.
Well, southern Illinois, that's I guess that's a good ways down. And
I think if Lou were here, he would have something along this line.
My personal life is like at a 9, and my personal life is at like a 2.
I think his professional life is at a 9. Thanks for joining Based Pill. And we almost got up to 20 viewers again, which is big time for me. You guys can check out Based Pill on Chatting with Beloved Chatters. We ended up talking about sci-fi nerd shit on the second half of the show. And if you would like to be a guest on Chatting with Beloved Chatters, you can hop into the Dillon from Somewhere Discord or email me at dillonfromsomewhere@gmail.com. Someone who did take me up on that offer was Hackride, and I made an appearance on Out of the Coffin with Bob Levy last night, where I did a mid-show wrap-up. The producer really enjoyed that appearance, so that might become a regular segment of the mid-show wrap-up with Dillon on Out of the Coffin with Bob Levy.
And there, I know that there is some really fertile soil in Illinois. So you have that. A lot of great farm country that's turning into housing, as I understand it.
No way.
That's okay. There's still plenty of
housing is going on places where there wasn't housing before because the population is more than it was? No fucking way.
If that offends you, man, you're in the wrong place, because you got to have a sense of humor to be here. Isn't that right, Scott?
Are you sure? I think you need to have a tolerance for boredom to be here, not a sense of humor. I think you've got those mixed up there, Kai. Oh, of course, I've got to keep talking after I pause it. Like the start-stop, that helps make this transformative content. So I don't want to play it all the way through, but as many silences as you have, I can't finish up my point and throw back to you because of all the silences. I need to be ready to just keep on going because...
Oh, my goodness. Saying somebody's
Drop
not
the needle
even
on
human?
silence.
HD, what is it that you see that conflict gives you joy? Or what is it that about conflict that you take pleasure in? It's hard to understand. People's
The Howard Stern show was built on conflict, giving audio pleasure to their viewers. Dumbass.
motivation.
Listeners. I keep fucking up the viewers and the listeners. Well, Howard had the E show. That's how I got familiar with him.
Are sometimes a mystery, right? Here we have Ross saying there is a theory that the 1960 Jersey shark attacks were committed by a bull shark. Huh?
Well, it certainly wasn't the cuck shark. The cuck shark isn't going to make that stuff happen. The cuck shark is going to watch the bull shark do all those attacks.
Possible.
That is the cuck shark's role to the bull shark.
I have a problem trying to understand that. That's possible. Mm-hmm.
And if you would like a bull, you can contact me at dillonfromsomewhere@gmail.com. If you would really like to see that bull, give her a good ramming. dillonfromsomewhere@gmail.com.
I see that HD is shown to be a foe, not friend at all.
Dillon from somewhere.
Scott knows how to disarm a troll. As Scott says, HD Tutor, I'm filthy because it...
Thanks to Annie and her gaming channel, I know how to disarm a troll too in Valheim. That was really difficult at first, disarming those trolls, but I figured it out. Valheim is so fucking fun. It's very funny how it's been a playable demo for years and years, but it's still not officially released. Big thumbs up to Valheim. Thanks for introducing me to that game, Annie.
Good. Yeah, you put that one to rest, Scott. I got to say, he knows how to handle a troll, no doubt. Yeah, Rostock says, Joey is Rookie of the Year in the Dabbleverse. I mean, let's be honest. Is there anyone?
All right. Sounds like me and Joey are going toe-to-toe for Rookie of the Year of the Dabbleversers. Vote for me for Rookie of the Year in the Dabbleverse over... I think he should be in a different category. Best New Lolcow versus Rookie of the Year. I suppose he could be in Rookie of the Year, but I think he would be Best New Lolcow rather than Rookie of the Year at the Dabbies.
Even close? There's no doubt in my mind. Joey's definitely the Rookie of the Year. That's just a no-brainer there.
Oh my God, you're right. Tukey debuted this year. We've got no fucking chance. Tukey has just become so much of a beloved personality. I forgot he was brand new May, June. It's only been a few months. Yeah, fuck. I got no goddamn chance of Rookie of the Year. It's Tukey all the way. Son of a bitch. Thank you for pointing that out, Dayla. Tukey's running away with the Rookie of the Year. Just no fucking over here. Well, my internet's being a little shitty. I hope that you can still hear me.
To even like, I don't see it anyways. If they're seeing the...
Fuck you, 4G. How dare you mess up during my show?
Anybody comes close to that. I totally agree. For sure.
Yeah, Tukey. I can't believe it has only been a few months that Tukey debuted. So, yeah, next year, I'm going to have to put off Mr. Winston's show until next year. So he has a chance at winning Rookie of the Year because he's not going to surpass Tukey in such little time. He might one day start getting the popularity that he does. But Tukey is just so beloved. Mr. Winston, stay sitting down for a little while longer. And then you can come and be the Rookie of the Year next year, maybe, possibly, because I lost that opportunity. I won't be the Rookie of the Year.
HD. I asked him to stop doing accents, and he told me that he was going to do more. Wow. How about that? Now, forgive me, folks, but if that doesn't sound like the mind of a child, I'm not sure what does. And well, we know when we hear something that sounds like the mind of a child, well, it's a giveaway, if you know what I'm saying. Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. Yeah.
Are you singing the drop from Carl's soundboard?
Sure. I think folks.
Yeah, I do that sometimes too. I catch myself. I'm quoting the soundboard from a much more popular show. What a silly quote for me to do.
Remember that old video too. So let's see what's Big Kahuna has to say. Kai, do you do other shows or produce any? I thought I saw you on some Shuli or Carl show last week or over.
He must be confusing him with Corn Diff, because Corn Diff makes good appearances and has a voice kind of similar, as me and beloved Chatter have pointed out.
The weekend. So Big Huna, Shuli will run clips, and there will be.
Really? Shuli clips this? Really?
Clips from the shows on the Catalano TV network. And sometimes you will see,
the Catalano TV network, not this show.
Contain, certainly visual clips that show the members of the channel or those who were on a program at the time. So yeah, it's possible to see all those things. And yeah, when I have time, I also tend to comment in some of the shows too, just because I think it's just good PR for Catalano TV. But I don't often have time to see.
Oh, we've got some more type of Rookie of the Year suggestions from Isaac Walmart, Puzzle Box, Hack Ride. Is Kai on Point Dabble Point? I've kind of shut off to that show. I need less Stuttering John in my life, not more. I don't find this year as fun as last year. Last year's Stuttering John content was so much fun, and this year has become a bit tedious. There's still some fun stuff, but I'm just not finding myself as loving of the Stuttering John content as I was last year. And I guess I'm kind of bitter because Stuttering John kind of ruined my Stuttering John's Shuli Detractor show. You were supposed to still be fucking gone when that debuted. And I really got the shits of it because you overexposed yourself so much, Mr. John. Okay, we are about at an hour. Let's get a few more minutes with our friend Kai here, and then we'll get his intro song as requested by my producer and onto some clips.
Or earthquake. Oh, this building was designed to be able to withstand an earthquake. It's like, do you understand earthquakes go in magnitudes of orders of magnitudes? When
let's start getting these categories for the dabbies. Mrs. C for the most desirable lady, Base Pill has. I have always been a fan of Lucy Tightbox, and she's making more appearances now, and that's just a hilarious two-lady runoff, Mrs. C versus Lucy Tightbox for Hottie of the Year.
One earthquake is just a little worse than the other. It's not just a little bit. It's a freaking Richter scale is, it's logarithmic. It just amazes me that sometimes people, we can design for earthquakes and all this. Yeah, you can to some degree, of course, but let's face it. Are you controlling the weather? I know some folks are trying to.
I'm getting a lot of conspiracy stuff on TikTok lately about controlling the weather and the space laser that blew up Hawaii. So maybe we are getting controlling of the weather.
Like Bill Gates?
Oh, HARP. That's right. Back when Jesse Ventura had his conspiracy show, he tried to expose HARP for what it is, of manipulating the weather around the world. That lasted all of one season on a shitty network that was desperate for content. And even they said, no, Jesse, we don't need a season 2 of your conspiracy show. I've had just about enough of Kai. So let's listen to this fire opening song as requested by my producer, Dela.
Everybody's shame.
What are you using as a microphone? Well, I guess it's the same microphone he's broadcasting with, because they're both fucking garbage.
Everybody groove. Everybody shame.
You're adjacent to the note you want to hit. You're not too far off, but you're not there. Ow. Let's turn that down.
Mary, Mary, on my mind. The folks are going, but this is all mine. Mary, Mary, I wanna be with you.
You're listening to The Morning Show with Kai and Friends.
Mary, want to be with you. Well, there were no friends today. That's why I filled in for you. And we are going to go to a few ladies that might help out some friends, some comedians. Here we have wise words from Nev. Maybe this lady comedian could be a friend of yours, Kai. And let me get the view I prefer to have on that one. Bam there, and bam there. So tell us a joke there, Nev. You are full of them.
What do you call it when Batman skips church? Christian Bale.
And just sit with it. That's what really makes me a fan of Nev. She knows that she's got garbage jokes, and she will just sit with that piece of shit joke with us. Unlike Kai, who does not realize he has a piece of shit show. And we have one more lady comedian who maybe could be a friend of the show. And oh boy, what a nice face you have there. Command-Shift-3. And this TikToker, her name is Athena Sky. We have featured her once before. She got jokes. So what are some jokes you could bring to the Kai and Friends show, Athena?
I called the Paranoia hotline. They answered, "How did you get this number?"
I believe she meant Paranoia hotline.
I just started a job as
Swing and a miss off the bat, not being able to pronunciate paranoia correctly.
an executioner. I'll be heading there soon.
Heyo.
Is butt cheek one word, or should I spread them apart? What do you call a duck who's addicted to drugs?
Joey C.
A quackhead. My family just found out that my grandpa is addicted to Viagra. No one's taking it harder than Grandma.
A certain acknowledgement that you're throwing out piece of shit jokes. I really enjoy that. But these piece of shit jokes would fit right in with the Kai Network. You just don't wink at the audience at the end. You sit with those piece of shit jokes and pretend like they're good, and you are all ready for the Kai and Friends show. So those were some piece of shit jokes that would fit right along with the Kai Network, but they're winking at us. They know they've got piece of shit jokes. Kai doesn't realize he has a piece of shit show. But maybe we should go into the professionals. Maybe we should get a clown to help out with this show. And here we have Shaylee. We've seen her before, and she does she's a fan of foreskins. Not the way most people are a fan of foreskins to do some docking. She likes to eat them. So here is some more from Shaylee.
Guys, look at my cat. He's being so cute. Hey, love. I missed you.
There we have her cat being so cute in all its ashes, and her boyfriend is apparently a cup. So good to know that she is taken. And one more quick one. Well, not a quick one. That was the quick one from Shaylee. We have a 40-second video from Shaylee giving us a happy Mother's Day.
Sweetheart, hey, I think you could probably heard, but me and your father had an argument. And I just want to let you know that if we get a divorce, it's your fault. And you're sad? Imagine how I feel. I'm gonna lose my marriage over a fucking 5-year-old who can't do his own fucking dishes or change his own fucking diaper. You think that your opinions matter? Your opinions don't matter in this effect. Your father didn't even want you. And now I don't even want you anymore. You're so tiresome. It's so tiresome to cook for you with no thanks at all. You don't clean the house. You don't have a fucking job. And
So that was some mothering advice from Sparkles the Clown is her name. And yes, you folks do have the right idea. Daylaw would like to 5150 Sparkles the Clown. And that might not be a bad idea to 5150 Sparkles the Clown before she goes out and eats some more foreskins. So this was a nicely attended episode. Thank you all for joining live. We have got another co-host audition. I'll be able to pronounce the names of my shows here one day. One more co-host audition tomorrow, TikTok around the clock on Wednesday, and then it's Thanksgiving on Thursday. So we're going to take a break from chatting with beloved chatters on Thursday so we can eat food, which is completely different than all the other days of the year. So, yeah, thank you all for joining. Oh, Annie's show. I mentioned that before. Double shot of me on Wednesday. TikTok around the clock at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, followed by What Is This Game, where we talk about XCOM over on Annie's channel. And that is all for this week. But next week, we will be back to our regular schedule of Monday through Thursday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Thank you all for watching. Hit that subscribe button. I do have some more shows in the works. And maybe one day I'll actually debut them instead of teasing them for so fucking long. It's more pre-production. I have one show with a decent amount of pre-production with TikTok around the clock, and the other two just need to start working it in my week to have the pre-production with those other shows as well. So yeah, thank you all for joining. Come back 11:30 a.m. Monday through Thursday, when Thursdays aren't holidays, and we will have some more stuff. So yes, thank you all so much for joining once again. Now, feel free to go away.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Places all join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LSMFT. Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right to your honey with the right to left date. Grand right and left around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LSMFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.